No matter what footage I look at, it all looks the same to me, and I know that once you wake up and you see it, nothing is ever the same again, because you can't pretend that you didn't see it. I'm looking at President Trump, you know, all this money now being spent on an impeachment, being taken from the people's purse over something that isn't even real. It just is mind-boggling what they get past us and nobody seems to notice, and everybody gets drawn up into the drama of it all. But I was looking at this footage of Trump, and I'm sorry, he's just in front. I mean, look at his shoulder, it's all fuzzy, and you can see the light shining in his eyes, but you cannot see any clarity in his hair. And as he's moving around, it just is, look at that, you can see, did you see, let's go back to that bit. This is a deep fake or a green screen thing, virtual reality, however they do it. This isn't, I don't know how they do it, but it's not real. Look at it, his hair cannot change like that. You would see the strands on his hair. At least he's not so orange in this one. I mean, I actually see how they see one of the other presidents, and I also see Captain Kirk, as well as Elvis. I don't know, it's just a concoction of people in there. But look at his hair, look at that, look at this. Here, oh, let's play that again. Watch here. How can that happen? He's not moving at the speed of light over the screen. He's just sitting there. You can't see any of this clarity, but you can see the lights. And look, when they're actually pulling in and pulling out, because obviously he's talking and they're cutting in, look, you can see through his head, through his hair, which is just impossible. I mean, look at that. Who is that sitting there? Who knows? But anyway, so it's either virtual reality, green screen, or deepfake. It's one of the other. It's one of those three. And there he is talking about how Nancy can't do this and Nancy's doing that, and Nancy, taking up all your time and your energy when actually he's not real. I don't even know if he's a real person. I don't know if any of these are real people. I mean, people say they meet their doubles. I mean, look at that. When you cut it, when this is them coming backwards and forwards, like he's speaking, then they cut back again, but you can see through his head and things. Look at that. It's just, look at his shoulder. Watch this shoulder. Look what happens to it. Here it comes. Just look at the shoulder. Does that look right to you? Where is his actual shoulder? And you've almost lost the I mean, if you can see this clearly, how come you can't see this clearly and any definition? There should be a shoulder and an arm, but you're not. You're just seeing something flat. It's just flat. It's just flat. I mean, look. Oh, anyway, you saw. And this may not seem very big to you, but down here, a little bit of his chin blends in with the tie. Come on, everybody. It might be a small thing, but it's a big thing, because this isn't real. Look at it. You can see it's flat. Flat. Once you realise that it's a cartoon, and I see about 3 or 4 people in him, to be honest, but who knows. Oh, look, I missed that. I'm going to have to go back and film that. It's got letters on his chin. It's got letters on his chin. We'll have to go back and have a look at those. There you go. Look, what's all this? I'm going to go back and record that bit in a minute. See what's happening there. We're going to get half of it, so I can't see, but just look at the clarity of that. Look at his hair. You can see the lights in his eyes, but you can't see his hair. And just look at that when they cut. I'm sorry, there's just something so wrong, because they're making all this. These people are only here for us to make a drama, a song and dance. And of course, take your money. And tell you all the laws and what you're supposed to do, when they're not even telling the truth from the beginning. I mean, look at his hair. Sorry, this is not real. And the sooner people wake up and realise that this is just a drama for you to keep you controlled, to make you worry because people don't like a president being threatened, whether you want him there or not. It doesn't make peace, you know, it makes you feel insecure. It does. It makes the country feel insecure. Those that don't know that they don't know, they're going to feel quite insecure and think, look at all this to our president. Oh, and it's all part of their game. However they're doing it, okay? And sometimes I see a man in Nancy, but I see Hilary, and there is someone else. So I'm just going to play around with what I can see. But anyway, that picture of her standing there, I'm sorry, that looks like Hilary. See what I mean? Hilary. Yes, Hilary's looking a slight different. She's looking more sideways, but look, I'm sorry. And even if it isn't her, do you see what I can do just with my little recorder on my computer? And if I can do this, imagine what they can do. They've got studios. Anyway, I was looking at that and it's just like, oh, I don't see her mouth moving. Again, it's all flat. Look at the top of her head. You can almost see the flag through her top of her head. There. That's what I see. I don't see it as now it's a shine, but it wasn't then. It was actually seeing through her hair. And you're just looking at something flat. This is not a real person. It's not. I mean, I started putting Hilary back across. Yes, I told you what they can do. And I was putting a couple of people in there. I was even putting Milena in there just to see. And I'm a bit shocked how I think they're a mixture of both of them, to be honest, and someone else, a man. But just like that, that just reminds me of, yeah. I mean, does that look real? So, just look what I can do. Well, first of all, we can see she's glitching around her mouth. But I've already said all this, and I just, anyway, so then I start putting pictures on top. I couldn't believe it, because, you know, I can see it. You know, even she fits in there. It's just me putting, look at that. The eyes don't quite match, but this, because it's Hilary and her. It's the bottom part of her face. Look, her lips, it's very close to Milena, the bottom part. Just put your hand over the eyes and look at the bottom of the faces. Not so much the eyes, but yes, then she comes in, and I just think they're a mixture of both of them. And if I can do this, just imagine what they can do. Just right, you have to just fiddle around with it a bit. I can't believe how much Hilary fits in there though. Look at that. See what they can do? If I can do that myself, imagine what they can do.